Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Fronti.
Okay. You're here with the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show.
Why do you say it like that? Like it's some sort of horrible thing.
It is a horrible thing. It's our last segment. And we hate our last segment because our favorite time of the week is hanging out with you every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. because we get to share something we're super passionate about. I've been in the mortgage industry for 30 years now. Yes, I started when I was 12. Don't get into it. And Gino has a ton of experience, and we have a great team here at Skyline Home Loans. We are so passionate about helping you with your first purchase, your next purchase, your refinance. We really care. We're bringing humanity, care, and expertise back to the mortgage industry. And we also are doing that for our community by bringing great guests like we have here. Don Sherwyn with the Reap Rickett Law Firm, the number one family law firm in town, bar none.
By far.
We're very intimate with them, and they're part of America's Professional Resource Group. We're very passionate about helping you find great resources because bad advice is horrible. We know how bad it is, and it's hard to find great resources. What do you go to a phone book these days? Go online? What does that mean? Nothing. There's nothing like having a resource that's accountable to us, accountable to Santa Cruz, accountable to America's Professional Resource Group, which are a group of the very best professionals we can find in all of Santa Cruz.
And we've done that, Don, over the last 5 years through the interview process. I mean, you know, not everybody gets invited back. I mean, we've had
that's true.
It's true.
Don't worry, Donald. You're coming back.
Unfortunately, that's a true statement, right? When we first started, we didn't know anybody. We just started inviting people on the show, and little by little, we're like, okay, we like this person, we don't like this person.
Well, if they don't have pearls of wisdom or don't have the right passion or right care, they're not coming back. And I can guarantee you, go to aprgi.com, aprgi.com, America's Professional Resource Group. You'll see some of the best professionals in any facet of your life. And we also have our own magazine called The Vault Magazine. And we call it The Vault Magazine because there's valuable information in that magazine. No ads, just articles from great people like Reap Rickett's law firm. And we'll have to get an article for Donald because we love your passion, sir, and we love your care. You have not talked about litigation once since you've been on our show today.
Well, I wanted to save the best for last.
But you're there when it's needed, but you guys always give great advice. I mean, Jim's helped me with my personal situation, and his advice has always been, please try to avoid the litigation process because it's just expensive, it's emotional, it's time-consuming, all those things that you guys try to help us avoid by giving us great advice like you have on our show so far about the grandparents' rights and the grandparents' try for both parties to leave the grandparents out of the rift and let them be a safe haven, and it's great for the children. Correct?
If that can happen, that is the very best overall. But there are situations, and they break down into three basic sections of how grandparents can have their relationship with their grandchildren put at risk. And the one is where either the mother or the father of the child has passed away. Now there is family law section, Family Code Section 3102, which allows the mother and father of a deceased parent to petition the court for visitation plan for their grandchild. The other type of situation that gives rise to the need for litigation is where there is a divorce, dissolution of marriage it's referred to in California, though some of us older generations still refer to it in the old parlance. It is a dissolution of marriage. And where that occurs, the grandparents can go in independent of either one of the mother or father and ask for their own visitation plan from the courts. The third basic situation is where there has been maybe not even a divorce. The people who are the parents have just broken up, or one of the parents has decided to just drop out of the scene entirely, and their parents have had their relationship with their grandchild put at risk. Each one of these has a separate code section, 3102. That's Family Code 3102, Family Code Section 3103, and Section 3104, where they can make their own petition. And that gives them access to the family law court system and can give them an independent visitation order that is not tied to what either mom or dad wants necessarily.
I love that. I mean, at the end of the day, what we just addressed today, I think a lot of grandparents had no idea that they're empowered by the state to be able to do that.
And that's exactly what they are.
So I think it's fantastic that they have the ability to petition for it, request it, and say, hey, regardless of what my son or daughter, daughter-in-law, or anybody else says, I want to have a relationship with this child. Now, of course, the court's got to evaluate the situation, make sure all the living standards are appropriate, make sure there's nothing wrong with the grandparents, nothing weird, criminal records, etc., of course.
I actually did some research before you came in. The biggest thing that's highlighted, what's the best interest of the child?
That is the primary rule guiding the family law courts. That is the golden rule, the aim, and the primary element that the courts will look at when they are taking an analysis of the grandparent-grandchild relationship is how long has this relationship been going and how extensive, how in-depth is the grandparent's relationship with the child. Because where you have an established, real relationship between grandparent and grandchild, the courts are as loath to damage that as any other part of society. That's an important thing to maintain. And the enmity of mom or dad is not going to be allowed in situations like that to destroy what the children need.
What the children need. There's a big point right there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to continue on because this is a great topic. I know you have, and we're going to have to bring you back on. Again, we're here with Donald Sherwyn with the Reap Rickett Law Firm. We love these guys. They're just great people. Not just great lawyers. Believe it or not, lawyers can be people too.
Shocker.
Because I know you always hear the analogies with sharks and this and that, but honestly, you guys are all great people. We've continued to meet more and more of your firm at the Reap Rickett Law Firm, and you guys start off by giving great advice. So we only have a couple minutes here. We'll have to have you back to talk about advanced planning for divorce, okay?
I would love to do that.
Okay. So to close out, what are the steps that, say, a grandparent, or if you know your grandparents, it's you that are dealing with it, and you want your child to be able to still see your parents, what steps should they take right now? Because I'm sure they can try to mediate first before litigating.
I know exactly what you're saying. The most important thing for any lay person who finds themselves in this difficulty is, as early as possible, consult with experienced family law counsel. They will give you a big picture and then a set of specific steps that can be taken, should be taken, and then must be taken.
Love that.
Perfect.
All right.
I mean, we've been all day. He's just been delivering great information for us.
Pearls of wisdom from Donald Sherwyn. Very nice. How can they get a hold of you, sir?
Our phone number is 661-288-1000. And we are the Reap Rickett Law Firm. And I came there because Jim Reap is a gentleman.
He is.
He's a fine practitioner. David Rickett, God rest his soul,
yeah, what a loss,
was a man whose dedication to family and to serving the community was one of the guiding spirits of our firm. And that's what I value. I am of service to my clients, and I want to be first their counselor, and then, if necessary, their centurion.
I love
Beautiful.
it. Wow, what a great guest.
Yeah, there's a surprise here. Jim, you don't have to come back.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Jim.
Thank you. You guys are just wonderful there. Again, reach out to the Reap Rickett Law Firm. Also,
Divorce Digest.
Digest.com.
Should say
Great
that 10 times
information.
fast.
I know. I don't like saying that word lately. But anyways, it's a great resource, great articles, great. You'll see that these guys are all pros and everything. Thank you very much for adding so much value to our show and our community, and to hopefully a lot of you out there. Reach out to Donald Sherwyn with Reef Rickett. Thank you again, sir.
Well, it has been my pleasure, and thank you for having me on the show.
You'll
Very
be back.
cool. All right. Yes, we can't wait to have you back. Thank you for being back every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. for the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. Reach out to us. Or find out more by going to donandgino.com. That's the best way. So much great resources. NREcafe.com and aprgi.com. We have it all for you. Thank you for joining us. And
Be good humans.
there we go.